It's refreshment time, folks.
All right, everybody. Justin here with the Frog Brothers podcast. It's a big day for mail. Got a little Target box here, and let's see what we got. You know that I like all this. Ooh. Dun, 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 dun. We have the Ghostbusters Afterlife Ecto-1 Plasma Series by Hasbro, aka Kenner. That is very nice. Alright, so we got this thing assembled. It is absolutely amazing. So you'll see a lot of details on there right away. You're going to notice that even the decals look like they've sat in a garage for 30 years, which is glorious. The car looks like it's totally rusted out. The rust details on there look great. Even the wheels look like they've got dirt on them. The hubcaps do. The white walls are dirty and nasty and looks like they got brake dust on them. Absolutely incredible. The features on here are great too. So clearly this is the first time we've had a really great Ecto-1 with the doors that open. Yeah, the Kenner was awesome too, but look at these. These things open and even tilt like a real car door would. Even look at the detail on the car door itself. That thing's incredible. It's got the old hand cranks on there. Like when I looked in the real Ecto-1 from Ghostbusters 1 when I was on the Sony Pictures lot for Ghostbusters Fan Fest, that's what that car looks like on the inside. I mean, they got these details right. Next thing they're going to show you is the gunner door. Suicide door opens and slides all the way as well. Again, a great latching system for these doors. Clearly a collector's piece. Let's pop this thing out. This slides out. Obviously, you've got your proton pack detail on here. Looks great, just like they have it in the movie if you've seen that. Another interesting feature on here is they show the straps and they show the seat belt. And then you got this arm bar that's adjustable for holding on to, which makes me think, why would they put an adjustable arm bar on there if they didn't intend to release a 3.75 inch scale line for a character to hold on to? So I think that's definitely something that there's a huge possibility for. Moving around to the rear of the vehicle, the back door opens up. Slides out like it would. Again, highly detailed on the doors itself. Hand crank painted silver to look like the real deal. The detail inside the floor of that just looks like a rusted out old vehicle, like just falling apart. It's beautiful. And we have got the little miniature Ghost Trap ATV. Fits right in there, looks beautiful. Perfect. Even the details on the fins, the clear tips there look great. Obviously, the ladder's been moved to accommodate what we've seen in the Ghostbusters Afterlife trailer. So clearly after Ghostbusters and Ghostbusters 2, there's some more adventures that we haven't seen. Front door opens up, looks great as well. Again, it has that slide ability to kind of look around. The detail in the cab is absolutely stunning. Again, so much detail on this thing. It's got dual antennas on here. I believe the sniffer moves. It's not super loose, which is fine. Anyone that has one of those on their own Ecto knows those things want to move in the wind unless you really anchor them down. So next up, we're going to compare the size and quality of this to some other Ghostbusters Ecto-1s that have been on the market. So Alright, so I want to do some size comparisons just so you can see what you're up against as far as quality and detail goes. Now, I don't have a vintage Kenner Real Ghostbusters Ecto-1, but we got a Hot Wheels Ecto-1, we've got a Jada Ecto-1, and then obviously we got the Playmobil Ecto-1. This is a remote control Ecto-1 as well, and then obviously the Hasbro Afterlife Ecto-1. So there's a lot of great things about each one of these, right? Obviously, the remote control car one's kind of the least detailed, but it does have some things that are great. It actually has the real rubber tires on there. You can turn it off and on with the lights and sirens on there when you're driving it. So these do light up. It does make some good sounds. Minimalized detail just because obviously it's a remote control car. You don't need to go crazy with something if it's going to flip over and get beat up and dung up. So that's that one. So that's kind of basic. Probably my least favorite as far as overall quality and detail goes, but it's really a fun car. I've seen some people hack these things apart and take the windshields out. No need to do that with some of the other options on the market. Obviously the Jada, they make several scales in this size. This is the smaller one that they make. I have this one. I enjoy this one quite a bit. It's got a good amount of detail for a small little car. The seats look pretty decent. The door's open. So when you're just looking at overall, and this door doesn't want to open, but kind of get the idea. Still a pretty good little Ecto-1. You know, minor details. The white walls on the wheel aren't there. They're just silver. So the Hot Wheels one, this is part of the Hot Wheels 2-pack, so it does have the rubber wheels on there. It looks great. The only thing that's funny about these ones is the paint job. It's a metallic white. That's not really what they use. They just use kind of a, you know, your typical white back then. So, I mean, it looks neat up close. Again, a fun car. Roof rack looks pretty decent for it. I think that was a remodeled one compared to some of the older ones you may have seen. But really, since I don't have the Kenner Ecto-1, and as far as I'm concerned, this Playmobil was the best Ecto-1 available just for toy use, things like that overall with quality detail prior to this. Now you're going to notice the scale a little bit is different, right? So you can look at that and kind of compare. So you're looking at Playmobil size figures, but you're going to see a lot of similar details in this, which really work well for it. Playmobil obviously doesn't have the opening doors, which is a bit of a bummer, but I know a lot of people have said this Hasbro one does not have lights and sounds. Well, you might be able to get a second Playmobil Ecto-1 and mangle it because this light comes off. It's a whole kit. I'd imagine you'd probably be able to modify this to some degree to take over the lights or add these lights into this as far as scale goes, right? If you look at that size, the lights on each of these are going to be pretty similar as far as the light bars go. You could probably swap that out, so that's just something to be thinking about because we always know there's the modder out there that wants to go for complete perfection. Beyond that, you know, that's how you get your figures in and out of there. But you're also going to notice on the front, right, both the cars have very detailed lines. They look great. They have all the stuff that you're expecting on there. Now, this one does an amazing job in the little details, right? You've got the air vents on the front of the car here. Obviously, you've even got windshield wipers on here, which I don't even know if some of the Hot Wheels scale ones show windshield wipers actually on the front of the car like that, which is pretty incredible. Obviously, they both have great looking front ends, license plates. They get the details right. Playmobil didn't license through Cadillac, even though it's pretty damn close, but you do see the Cadillac logo on here on the front of the Hasbro version. Obviously, a lot of the things here, you can kind of rotate around and do different things with. So if you want to look at the back ends of these, they both open from behind. This one flips up, so kind of has some of those real Ghostbusters Kenner vibes to this one, but it does have your antennas, all the tubing, all these things are similar. There's some things that obviously are more detailed on here, but I mean, I think if you're looking at it, I think this is a next step up. It's really incredible. Getting a 3.75 inch scale figure line for this would be next level, right? Because we've never had a highly detailed movie style figures for this style of car yet, so we'll see what happens. But overall, if you have the means and you can find this in a Target, I would highly recommend you treat yourself to this. Hell, I've even personally debated, like, would I want to get a second one and strip this thing down all the way and make it look brand new? But at this point, Hasbro could easily release this as a classic line if they go that route and release figures for it. Now, I'm going to throw this out there right now, just off the top of my head. If Hasbro does release 3.75 inch scale figures, we have bought the 4 classic Ghostbusters so many times. Don't expect that. You've got the Ecto-1 Afterlife model here. What you're going to get would be Afterlife modeled 3.75 inch scale figures. If those sell well, they may go ahead and release the classic figures. But if you're going to get the classic guys, it's going to be Old Man Venkman, Old Man Winston, Old Man Ray. And we're not going to get an Egon in that scale, obviously. So some really incredible stuff. But hope you liked what you saw. If you can, please subscribe and like. Join us on YouTube. Find us on Facebook. Find us on Instagram, Twitter. Anywhere you subscribe to podcasts, we'll definitely be talking about this on the next episode. Hope you have an awesome day, and thanks for joining us.